Hello and welcome to Indian Pure Living. In this video, we will talk about how to care for your ZZ plant. ZZ plant is a tropical perennial native to Eastern Africa. According to NASA's Clean Air study, it removes toxins such as xylene, toluene, and benzene from your indoor air, thus making it an air purifying plant. It thrives in medium to bright indirect sunlight. It is not suited for intense direct sun. Direct intense sunlight can cause leaves to burn. It can thrive under the fluorescent lights of offices and commercial buildings, thus making it a wonderful option for work desk plant. No misting is required for this plant. Average humidity works well but can tolerate dry air as well. It's a must-have plant for your nightstand or empty floor space. The ZZ plant can tolerate extremely low light levels and irregular watering. In winters, water your ZZ plant once every month. Stop adding any fertilizers during winters. In winters, move your ZZ to a warmer spot or it will have stunted growth. So if you notice the leaves of the ZZ plant here, they have started to turn yellow. Yellowing of the leaves happens because of overwatering. Yellowing of the leaves usually happens because of waterlogged soil or overwatering, which in turn leads to root rot, hence the yellowing of the leaves. The water regime needs to be adjusted in order to tackle this problem. If almost half of the leaves of your ZZ have turned yellow, then it's time to examine the roots for any root rot due to overwatering or being root bound for an extended period and repot it into a fresh, well-draining soil mix. Yellowing of leaves can also happen due to exposure to direct intense sunlight. The tips of the leaves are turning brown here and here as well. This mostly happens due to dry air. In this plant here, the stems are falling over like this one here and this one here. This can happen because of low light conditions or because the plant has outgrown the existing pot and needed to be repotted. If you notice this plant here, it's bending towards the light source, so you should rotate it regularly for the even growth of the plant. This plant you do not see much drooping or wilting because it has mostly been overwatered rather than being underwatered. It prefers little dried out soil between watering, but completely forgetting about it can cause browning of leaves, wilting of leaves, and wrinkling of leaves. If the soil is left to dry out consistently for an extended period and drought-like conditions are created, then it will shed its leaves to conserve moisture. But you don't have to worry about it. It can revive easily if you water it thoroughly. Fertilize them once every month during spring and summer, but you don't have to fertilize them in winters. The soil here in this plant, if you notice, seems to be soggy rather than moist. And if you see underneath here, the stems have started to become mushy. So it's time to repot this. ZZ plant prefers the top 1 to 2 inches to dry out between watering. Water your ZZ once every 2 to 3 weeks. If you notice the ZZ, then it has all the problems that a plant face if it has been overwatered for extended periods. And here, if you notice, the soil has become waterlogged and we do not want our plant to sit in a waterlogged soil. So we'll have to repot this in order to save the roots. So if you notice here in the ZZ plant, the roots are coming out of these drainage holes, indicating that the plant has outgrown the pot. Since it has outgrown the pot, the plant will become root bound and we do not want that as it can result in the stunted growth of the plant. So we'll have to repot this plant. While repotting, we will make better soil by mixing porous sand with compost and perlite like we have done here, which will have better drainage. Now we will repot this plant into a terracotta pot with a drainage hole here. Terracotta being porous helps in the aeration of the soil and lets the roots breathe. This pot here is slightly bigger than the existing pot, so the roots will have more space to grow vertically rather than in circles. First, we'll have to carefully pull out the plant from its existing pot without damaging the roots. Here, look at the roots. The roots have outgrown this plastic pot over here. It needs more space to grow. So being root bound was also one of the factors for its stunted growth. It's time to repot it. Once you have taken the plant out of the existing pot, then clean it and see if any roots are rotting. If so, then just pull them away. These bulb-like structures are called rhizomes and they act as underground reservoir for ZZ. That's why ZZ can tolerate underwatering for a longer period, making it drought resilient. So overwatering is more damaging to your ZZ plant than underwatering. So here we have repotted the ZZ into a better pot, that is a terracotta pot, and secondly the roots will have a lot of space to grow. A drainage hole like this here is a must for ZZ's survival as it drains out the excess of water, hence not making the soil waterlogged. Water your ZZ once every 2 to 3 weeks and allow the first 2 inches of the soil to dry out between watering. Water your ZZ thoroughly and slowly and let the excess of water to drain out of the drainage hole. You can leave your ZZ for an hour or so to soak water, and then whatever extra water is collected in the saucer, you can discard it. Now we will wipe off the leaves of the ZZ plant. I recommend you do this at least once a week so there is no accumulated dust on the leaves, as it will hinder the process of the photosynthesis and will interfere in soaking of light as well. The small crystals found in the sap of the ZZ are calcium oxalate crystals that aren't toxic but merely irritating. If ingested, they will only result in discomfort because they are not dangerous for pets and children. I hope you will find these care tips useful and they'll help you grow your plant healthily.